Looks like you're wearing the splitter pattern camo. Splitter was used quite a bit in World War II on German aircraft and stuff. The pattern helped mask the plane's attitude and direction in dogfights. Even now, it's still being used as camouflage in some places. It works best when you wear it against a steel or stone background.
This tastes great. Hey, this works. Sick.
A torch? A little primitive, but a light's a light. From what I can tell, that torch is made of white birch dipped in turpentine. It burns long, so I don't think you'll have a problem with it burning out on you. If you equip it and press the CQC button, you can use it to smack the enemy. You can also swing it around by pressing that button repeatedly. Useful when you need to clear the room of bats and stuff. With the weapon button, you can light and extinguish a torch, so make sure that thing is out if an enemy is closing in. Get used to it. The light from the torch is visible from a long way off, though. It probably goes without saying, but marching into battle with a torch in your hand is not the sanest course of action. You should only light a torch when you're someplace like a cave where you can't find your way around without a light.
Yeah, I hear you.
Go to the end of the cave and you'll By the way, Snake, do you have a calorie mate?
Yeah,
Is it any good?
I haven't tried it yet.
Oh.
You want it?
What?
Do you want the calorie mate?
What? What are you saying?
You want it, don't you?
I didn't say that.
So you don't want it then?
No. But if you were going to give it to me as a token of thanks for me helping you out, then of course I wouldn't refuse it.
Are you on a diet?
What did you say?
Calorie mate is supposed to be really good for losing weight.
Are you saying I'm fat?
No.
I'm not on a diet, and I don't need one. I just wanted to try the taste.
Oh, sorry.
Be careful with what you say.
Yeah, sorry.
So, is it true
Is what true?
that it's good for losing weight?
Yeah. Calorie Mate provides a nutritionally balanced source of energy, and it makes counting calories easy. That's what's supposed to make it good for dieting.
Oh, I see.
I heard that all of the geisha in Japan use it.
Geisha?
Yeah,
I've never heard about that.
really?
Yes. I'm sure there are some geisha out there using Calorie Mate for diets, but I doubt all of them are using it.
No, I guess not.
Go to the end of the cave and you'll come out in an aqueduct overgrown with mangroves. This leads to the Ponizovye swamp. Go to the end. Go.
Snake, that area.
The cave seems to be structured like a maze, but there's an exit somewhere. Find a way out of the cave and head for the aqueduct. The cave...
Snake, that area is home to the Kenyan mangrove crabs. The Kenyan mangrove crab is a land-going crab. It lives in burrows dug near seashores and mangrove swamps. It's not poisonous, but it might hurt a little if it attacks you with its pincers. Treat it with caution.
Gross.
cave seems to...
That area is inhabited by the... Snake, be careful when you approach the enemy. The closer you are to them, the more accurate their shots will be, and the more damage their weapons will do. That means you've got a greater chance of getting seriously wounded. Daring frontal assaults are not a good idea. But if you do get seriously injured, go into the survival viewer and treat it immediately. Snake, be careful. That cave is in...
Go to the...
Hey, what's that you're wearing?
Night vision goggles. This gadget lets me see in the dark by amplifying light and displaying it as images.
Amplifying light?
That's what it looks like to me.
Well, I'll be damned. They're working on something like that here in the States, but so far it's not viable unless it's coupled with an infrared searchlight. And now the Russians have something you can carry with you. Anyway, those goggles should give you a decent visual range even in dark places. But don't look at anything bright like fire or it'll get burned into your eyes and you won't be able to see for a while. Be careful.
This is horrible. Wonderful. Can't complain.
cave seems to be The cave...
Paramedic,
What's up?
you were right.
About what?
I ate a Russian glow cap and it charged up my batteries.
Huh?
What's wrong?
That's great. Snake, can you excuse me for a second?
Sure.
Did you just hear that?
Yeah. There's no way eating a bioluminescent mushroom would cause your batteries to recharge.
What do you think it means?
Beats me. Maybe it's all in his mind.
You mean like a placebo effect?
Why not? You've seen how gullible he is.
I guess there's no harm done. Should we let him keep believing it?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, Snake, I'm back. Yes, the Russian glow cap is a glowing mushroom, so it'll recharge your batteries when you eat it. Treating serious wounds will require you to use it.
Your field uniform is not...
Go to the end of... Go to the... If it's completely dark and you need a light, try using a torch. If it's
The cave seems to be structured like a maze, but there's an exit somewhere. Find a way out of the cave and head for the aqueduct.
I've caught you at last. We are the sons of the boss. Ha! I am the pain. Ha! I will guide you to a world of anguish beyond your imagination. Let's get started. Get him! The pain! The pain! The pain!
The exit from the cave should be toward the back. Proceed through the cave and find the exit to the swamp aqueduct.
Major, why did the pain explode like that?
It's part of their legend.
Legend?
The legend of the Cobra unit. I'll let Sigint explain. Sigint?
Yeah, that's a microbomb.
A microbomb?
Yep. During World War II, the Cobra unit was used for the nastiest kinds of wet works, the kind that could never be let out into the open. Their missions were so top secret that not only were they forbidden to be taken prisoner, they couldn't even leave their corpse behind. Because of this, or so the legend goes, they carried a microbomb with them on their missions in case they needed to commit suicide. I always thought it was just a rumor. I never expected it would turn out to be true. But why would they be carrying bombs this time around? It's not like they're in hostile territory.
Maybe they're ready to die.
Ready to die?
Yeah. They've got no unit to go back to. Not even a country.
So they've got no place to die except the battlefield, huh?
Yeah. No turning back for them. I wonder if the boss feels the same.
Move the right stick in a direction. You can get inside trees that...
You'll catch a cold if you hang around too long without any clothes on, or spend too much time in the water or the swamp. When you catch a cold, your stamina goes down more rapidly. You'll also sneeze from time to time, and the noise can alert enemies to your presence. Plus, your body will shake, so you might not be able to distinguish vibrations very well. To cure a cold, go into Cure in the survival viewer and take some cold medicine. Snake, be careful.
Wearing the water pattern, are we? The water pattern was used a lot by the old German Defense Force. Even though it's called the water pattern, it wasn't designed specifically to blend in underwater. They only gave it that name because the pattern resembles the waves on the surface of a pool of water. But still, it really does look like it could be confused for liquid waves. It might conceal you underwater. Pattern clothing, face...
Snake, you beat the pain.
Not without a tough fight.
How did it feel to fight one of the boss's comrades?
What are you getting at?
I just want to know what it's like to have fought a member of the legendary Cobra unit. That's all.
What you want to know is if I can really face the boss. Is that right?
Well, that too.
Don't waste your time worrying about me. I'll get the mission done.
I certainly hope so.
So the exit of the cave is up ahead?
Right. Go to the end of the cave and you'll come out in an aqueduct overgrown with mangroves. This leads to the Ponizovye swamp. I heard a report that they've transported a sniper rifle to the western part of Ponizovye, the aqueduct at the other end of the cave. When you get to the aqueduct, you might want to head over that way and check it out. Go to the end of the cave and you'll come out in an aqueduct overgrown with mangroves. Go to the...
Ah, I see you got yourself an M37. The M37 is a 12-gauge pump-action shotgun. Don't expect any kind of accuracy from a distance, but one blast will send the enemy flying, and it's got some serious firepower too. Good thing to have with you in close-range combat. It takes a while to reload though, so plan accordingly. The thing that really distinguishes the M37 is that it's lightweight. It's about 2 pounds lighter than other shotguns. In fact, it's so light that it's been nicknamed the Featherlight.
Yeah. And to top it off, this one's had its barrel and stock sawed off.
That's probably a modification to make it easier to wield in the jungle. Those Soviet boys know what they're doing. I guess the other distinguishing feature would be the lack of an ejection port on the side of the receiver.
Ambidextrous, huh?
Exactly. It's been designed so you can use it left-handed or right-handed with equal ease. But that's not all. The low number of apertures means that it won't get jammed up as much with mud and dirt when you use it out in the field. This weapon is made for the jungle.
Good to know. But what are they doing with an American-made shotgun?
Good question. I guess they could be doing research on Western weapons, but... Did you ever hear about the SAS using shotguns in the jungle combat in Malaya?
Just stories.
In the jungle, you're always running into the enemy when you least expect it. The SAS found the shotgun to be extremely effective, delivering massive firepower in a short period of time. Because of that, lately a lot of point men are starting to use shotguns as their weapon of choice. Vogan's men might be trying that tactic out for themselves.
This tastes great.
You want to save? Hold on a sec. Snake, have you seen 007 From Russia with Love?
Nah, I don't like those movies. Real spies are nothing like James Bond. It's pure fantasy.
Snake, I don't think the Major's going to like you saying that.
And even though it's fiction, I can't help but comparing myself to Bond.
What exactly don't you like about James Bond? I mean, is it the fantastic gadgets, the cars, the guns?
Major,
Snake, wouldn't you like to have a gun shaped like a pen?
what good is a pen gonna do me in the jungle? I'd look like a fool.
Then what about a snake-shaped gun? You could make it look like you're grappling with a giant snake and then get a shot in on the enemy while they're distracted.
Okay, now you're being ridiculous.
We'll make you a snake-shaped gun that folds up and fits into an attaché case.
Will you give it a rest?
Oh, I get it. You're worried about how to handle the ladies, aren't you?
No.
I knew it. To tell you the truth, I don't like the idea of playing hanky-panky with enemy femme fatales either. But that's part of Bond's appeal. You could learn a thing or two from him. I mean, what about this Eva? What are you planning to do with her?
I don't even trust her yet.
No, that's not what I mean. You can't let yourself get involved. This is a game of spy versus spy. She's using you just as much as you're using her.
I realize that.
You've got to grab the initiative, and to do that, you have to get the upper hand in the relationship. That's what a spy is supposed to do.
Get the upper hand. I don't think I'm cut out for that mission.
Maybe if you change your code name to 00 Snake.
Major.
007 is the biggest thing to come out of England since the Mayflower. I wouldn't be surprised if they made 20 more of those movies.
Didn't you know? The Major is a huge James Bond fan. Don't get him worked up like this.
Worked up.
Maybe you don't realize this, but now that you've got him started talking about Bond, I'm going to have to listen to him lecture for a whole hour after he gets off the radio.
You have my sympathy.
It's too bad you can't enjoy such a great movie, though.
I guess I'm just one of those people who can't enjoy spy flicks.
During first person, the exit. Snake? You can only.
Pattern cloth. Pattern.
Pass through that area to the north and you'll reach the aqueduct. But be careful. The aqueduct is patrolled by flying platforms.
Flying platforms?
Soldiers hovering in the air.
I've heard stories, but
They've already been implemented over here. It goes to show that America isn't number one in everything. Go to the end of the cave and you'll come out in an aqueduct overgrown. Go to the end of the
Press the crawl button. Snake,
Your field uniform.
Ah, tasty. Ah, not too bad.
The exit from the cave should be toward the...
Go to the end of the... Go to...
You say you're using a magazine? A magazine is what's left when you empty the clip of a gun. But what do you plan to do with it?
I'm going to throw it.
Throw it?
Yeah, the sound it makes when it hits the ground will distract the enemy's attention.
Ah, a diversion. Guess state-of-the-art weapons aren't the only things that determine victory or defeat. Splitter is an leaf pad.
The exit from the cave.
I heard a report that they've transported a sniper rifle. I heard a report.
Tree bark is...
I see you found your way to the aqueduct. If you follow it to the north, you'll come to a warehouse used for transporting supplies. Pass through the warehouse, and you'll come out into a forest. The lab where Sokolov is being held is directly to the north of that forest, so head north. Snake, Eva mentioned something about a sniper rifle in the western part of Ponyzovye. A sniper rifle would certainly be a valuable asset to your mission. Swing by the western area and acquire that sniper rifle. Snake, the water in that aqueduct comes up to your waist. Naturally, you won't be able to walk as fast as usual. But you can jump into the water with a roll, or press the crawl button to go underwater and swim your way through. Unlike what you've experienced in training, you'll be able to fire handguns and assault rifles underwater. Keep that in mind. Eva mentioned that that area was guarded by flying platforms. Be careful, they can see a great distance from up there. If a flying platform starts to draw near, you would do well to dive underwater and hide until it passes. In first-person view.
I see you've caught a Thai cobra. The Thai cobra is a large venomous snake that carries an extremely potent neurotoxin. Be careful not to get bitten. If you do get bitten, go into the survival viewer right away and use Cure to give yourself a serum injection. The Thai cobra originally comes from Indochina, Thailand, and southern China. The ones in that area were probably imported as pets and research subjects before they escaped and turned feral.
Not as food.
Come again?
They weren't imported as food,
They're not for eating.
so they don't taste good then.
That's not my point. It's not a matter of whether they taste good or not. People don't raise snakes for food, period.
Okay. So you're saying they might be good to eat, right?
Only one way to find out. I see you found a Russian false mango. The Russian false mango is a mango-like fruit found only in Selino-Yarsk. The egg-shaped fruit is sweet and tangy with a pleasing aroma, just like a mango. Also, the seeds can be used to make a medicine that aids in digestion. It might come in handy if you ever have an upset stomach. Snake, that area is home to the big-eyed trevally. The big-eyed trevally is a type of mackerel. The adult fish lives around coral reefs, but the young can be found in freshwater areas such as estuaries and rivers.
Good to know. So, how do they taste?
The guidebook doesn't say.
Huh. Well, if they're a kind of mackerel, they should be okay to eat, right?
You'd think so, but...
But what?
Well, I've heard stories about people getting ciguatera poisoning after eating the adult fish.
Ciguatera poisoning.
Uh-huh. Fishes that live near coral reefs are sometimes contaminated with a poison known as ciguatera toxin. It apparently gives you food poisoning when you eat it.
So I can't eat those big-eyed trevally.
I don't know whether those trevally are contaminated with ciguatera or not, but use caution just in case. Snake, that area should be inhabited by tree frogs. The tree frog is a green frog that's found throughout Asia. It's arboreal, spending most of its time in shrubs and bushes. Snake, that area is inhabited by magpies. Magpies are dark blue and white birds with long tails that belong to the crow family. You should be able to capture them alive using the tranquilizer gun. Snake, it says here you can catch You'll get a stomachache if you eat something rotten. To cure a stomach... Snake, that river is inhabited by arowanas. The arowana is an ancient fish that lives in tropical freshwater areas. Because of its large size, I don't think you'll be able to capture one alive. Some types of food spoil fast.
You say they have flying platforms out there? Flying platforms are a type of personal VTOL aircraft.
They were working on those in America too, weren't they?
Yeah, back in the 50s. They were supposedly going to be used for scouting and patrol missions, as well as to spot for artillery units and transport troops into rough territory. They even got an initial prototype off the ground in 1955. But the thing wasn't fast enough, and there were problems with getting it to stop and turn in midair, so they ended up scrapping the project. The ones you see there were built by the Soviets after they got their hands on the American design plans. The American model used a pair of contra-rotating rotors to generate lift, but those Soviet models seem to be using jet engines instead. They must have kept going with their research after the US abandoned its own project. Now they've finally overtaken us. You gotta give them credit for sticking with it. If you get spotted by an enemy riding a flying platform, they'll go into alert phase. The flying platforms themselves don't seem to be armed, but the pilots are carrying Scorpion submachine guns and grenades. The recoil on the Scorpion is low enough so that they should be able to fire one-handed in full auto mode. That gives them some serious firepower.